Hey everyone, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and today we're going to take a look at a really easy tip to add drum room mics to recordings that don't have them at all using Superior Drummer 3. So a lot of times you're going to get drum recordings that have all close mics, and maybe they were recorded in somebody's house or in a small studio that doesn't have a really big space to record in. And what they need to add a little bit of energy and excitement and kind of ambiance to the sound are room mics, and you can create them yourself using Superior Drummer 3. So to go through the process, here's what you do first. I want to jump over to a full screen version of Superior Drummer here. You're going to first drop in your close mic tracks into the tracker tab of Superior Drummer 3. So I've got a kick, a snare, rack tom, floor tom, hi-hat, and overhead track here. The tracker automatically analyzes these tracks, lines up where transients are, and replaces them with whatever kit you've got loaded in Superior Drummer. So it's kind of like a triggering option. You can really dial these in, make sure the triggers are correct. We're not going to go into that today, but this is kind of how you start. In the drums tab, you would pick whatever drums you like, cymbals and kit pieces that align with the sound of the tracks you're trying to get a room sound for. And you can pick whatever libraries you've got. If you've got a bunch of Superior Drummer libraries or some Easy Drummer 2 libraries. This one I picked Alair Studios, which is about 2 hours north of New York City, has great big rooms for really great drum sounds. Once you get everything loaded into the tracker, then you're just going to click Export over here. You're going to make sure you pick this selection of follow, host, or song track, that you've got the same tempo as the session you're trying to replace. Because if you pick the default tempo of Superior Drummer, you're going to end up with a MIDI file that doesn't align with your actual recorded track. So make sure it's the same tempo as your session. You'd click Save Selected MIDI As. Now I already did that, so I'm going to jump back to our session over here in Studio One. All I did was drag that MIDI file right into the instrument track with Superior Drummer on it right here. The next step would be to go into the Mixer tab of Superior Drummer within your session and make sure you just solo up the room mics. So I've got ambience close, mid, and far, bullet mic, and sans amp. Those are all the room mics that are being used in this. Soloed up, that means I'm not getting the direct sounds of my kick, snare, cymbals, hi-hat. I don't want that. I don't want replacement from Superior Drummer 3. I just want the sound of the rooms of Superior Drummer being triggered by those samples. I'm going to still use my live drums to be the main core of the sound. So you solo up those room mics. The next step would just be to drag that MIDI file down or bounce it or print it into an audio file. I did that right here so we can keep this channel all the way down. I'm going to bring that fader down. I could even hide that channel if I wanted to. But here's our actual audio now of the room mic sound. Here's what that room sounds like printed. Just really cool drum room sounds. Now, if I bring back all the other kit pieces in, I'm going to bring that drum room track all the way down. So check out this fader right here. It's all the way down. Here are the close mic'd raw tracks that I got. Nice sounds, but really close mic sound, really dry. So if I bring this drum room track up, you're going to add some of that energy of the room, some of that sense of space. Watch this fader. Now I'm going to turn it on and off. So I'll start with it muted and listen to it as I bring it in and out. And you could dial that in whatever level you wanted to create that drum room sound you want. So obviously we can create a sense of space with reverb as well, but that's a little bit different. Reverb's an artificial element being added to the mix here. When you use Superior Drummer 3 here, you're actually getting room sounds that were recorded. Somebody is in Alair Studios, hitting a snare, hitting cymbals, hitting the hi-hat, hitting the kick, hitting the toms, creating that room sound, which is captured in microphones. You're getting that recording in here. And when we take out the close mic hits, you're just getting the sound of the reverb of those close mic hits. And if you match that snare and kick and toms and cymbals to ones that are kind of close to what you have in your raw recordings, you can get your own raw recordings with these amazing room sounds if you got a bunch of libraries especially. So there it is, a really simple way to get some really cool drum room sounds in your recordings if you don't have them when you're getting your sessions. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.